Nepal in their all red. India going from left to right on your screens. They bring to their contest. Crispin did mention, now they know that what is at stake here. Midfield would hold absolute key for both a set of players. Sumitra Bhandari factor would be absolutely critical. She scored 7 times against India. Nice to see the Bashahi back on pitch. Play a couple of minutes in the last game. Here's Preeti Rai. Goes sideways. Long ball pushed forward towards Sumitra Bhandari. Sumitra strikes! And Sumitra! Was there ever a doubt? Sumitra Bhandari! That was lightning quick! The sound of the whistle barely faded, and the net's already shaking. A long ball forward, over that back line, and the famous number 9 for Nepal. They are up and running. What a start to this contest. India got a job on their hands now. Tell you what, it will be nerves jangling. Drangme, Nirmala. That was a brilliant move. Was quick to spot Sumitra Bhandari there. And played a long ball over that back line, and that was a brilliant finish, giving no chance whatsoever. And Sumitra. Another long ball. There was no presence of a red shirt there. Here's Dangme Grace, the most experienced player out there on the pitch. Here's Rekha. Swift movement. Here's Linda Comp. Linda all by herself. Couldn't quite go in. 8th goal versus India. She scored for the first time back in 2017. And since then, hasn't missed out an opportunity. Savita. Again, the first touch letting her down. Has to hustle and taken away by Rekha. Rekha marching forward. Goes down on the ground. Is outnumbered in that corner. All here Nepal. That is something we haven't seen from India. This is much better from Sangeeta. Those defeats would really haunt India into semi-final losses. There's Preeti. And Pooja. Ranked higher in the FIFA standings at the moment. India 63, Nepal on 89. And she had the option there to have to keep doing that. Try and put some sort of pressure on that back line. There's Linda, just outside the box. Two pokes it towards Ratan Bala, who lets it fly. Anjana Rana was put to scale for the first time this evening. Something to cheer for India in this first quarter from Linda Comb. Hustling away from those red shirts and whiting ball. Floats it towards Dangme Grace. And Dangme unleashes, but gets the shot. Ratan Bala, who will it be? Leaves it for Ratan Bala, who strikes. Decent effort. Goalkeeper didn't have. They're dropping deep. A long ball towards Rimpa Halder. It's Rimpa 1-on-1. And too strong there. Samiksha this time. It's been a good contest between those two, Samiksha and Rimpa. Corner. Dealt with quite easily. Here's Rimpa. Again, yeah, this could be dangerous. Yes, Preeti Rai on the board. Preeti Rai strikes. Couldn't quite keep it on target. They'll have to get that communication going. Goalkeeper and the back line. And again, getting dispossessed there is Renuka and Preeti. It's Pooja for Sabita. Deepa Shah has made that run down that right channel. Floated in towards Sabitra. Rekha Paril couldn't quite get there. There you have it. It's the target. Here's Pyari Khakha. Just goes down on the ground. Dang make race there. And reluctantly back on her feet. And there you have a look at it. Ever South Asian player to score a hat-trick in top-tier European league. She's not new to this very ground. And scored twice back in 2016 in the same fixture against Sri Lanka. This is much better from India. Dang make race has got help on the other side. Squares it up nicely. And a follow-up coming in from Sangeeta Basfor. That was a brilliant move from India. It had everything in it except the finish. I just got her right leg on her way through there. Crispin Chetri throwing in the words, throwing in instructions. And Abhi Nupane on the other side, 1 month old into this new job. And has to go up. It was a red shirt that got the ball in the end. It's Ranjana. And played for Kickstart FC here in India. And for ball control, that's a delightful ball again over the top by Preeti Rai. Sabitra Bhandari strikes, and that's a brilliant tackle. Shilki Devi, absolutely top-notch stuff from her. And that was definitely goal-bound. And again, those two combining. Deepa Shahi. Under the corner. 10 minutes to play in the first half, plus the stoppages. And Deepa targets the back post. And the blue shirt gets it away. Here's Ranjana. It does well to keep the ball in and rolls it down the carpet. Here's Ratan Bala. Flies that in the air. Rekha. Still Preeti. 2v1 in the center. Moshmi. And trying to get the ball into those open. And Shilki. And hurried clearance. There have been two clear-cut chances created by India in the first half. Testing out the goalkeeper once and second, not being clinical enough. Here's Ratan Bala, keeps it short. Here's Linda. And again, that written ball to Ratan Bala never arrived. Nick gets it back. Sangeeta trying to stop her down. Deepa Shahi has made that run. Doesn't have help towards the other side. Knocks the ball into those open spaces. Desperate defending there. Making sure the ball is knocked out. We've got two red shirts waiting inside the box for those crosses. Sabitra Bhandari, Rekha Pauril, the two experienced campaigners for Nepal. There's been 12 goals in 20 odd appearances for Rekha Pauril as well. And most of these players are no alien to the conditions. Has been heavily involved with in the IWL. The likes of Sabitra Bhandari has won 3 championships, once with Setu and twice with Gokulam Kerala. Rekha, of course, was involved with Sports Odisha. Here's Sabitra, lays it off. Deepa Shahi couldn't quite strike it clean. Good defensive work there, but the flag had gone up anyways. Wouldn't have counted. Shepherds, that one really nice. 2 minutes and a thick bit left in the first half. Ratan Bala. Deepa. It's a brilliant first touch. Sabitra Bhandari. That's a brilliant save. Bantoi Chanu might have just kept India in the contest. What a delightful ball that was from Deepa Shahi. And that's what she brings to the table. Sabitra Bhandari, a delightful first touch, and it was all about Bantoi in the end. Taken away by Pyari Khakha. Zlinda. Moshmi against Pooja Rana. Here comes Dangme Grace with a cross. Fear. Linda started from the left, has slotted towards the right. Manmaya trying for a flick on there, expecting the arrival of Deepa Shahi. Sabitra Bhandari. India gets the ball. Can they try and bring it forward? Again, lacking a bit of fluency in terms of the transitions. Haven't seen that proper link up. Still trying to get the likes of it forward. Gets dispossessed. Deepa. India win the ball back. Nirmala again. Fired away by Linda towards Pyari. Here's Dangme Grace. Gets into those open spaces. Here's Moshmi. Lets it fly with the left. I'm not quite sure if going for the target was the right option there. And Pyari was unmarked, which she was calling for it. Moshmi had to deny Ratan Bala. Goes airborne. Here's Rekha. It looked like for a moment she was in with a chance there. Doing dangerously with those long balls, India. One ball over the defense has been the problem. It's a delightful ball to carve out that back line. Yes, Abita with a cross towards the back post. Moshmi brings it out of danger. It's Dangme Grace. Moshmi. It's Linda Comp against Pooja Rana. Shielding the ball here, outnumbered on that occasion. Still Linda. And Sabitra drops in deep to try and create. Does one with a chip towards Deepa Shahi. Preeti on the ball once again against Ratan Bala. Preeti with the outside of her right foot. Couldn't quite penetrate through. Here's Moshmi now. Again, that first touch. It's Rekha. Sabitra is making that run inside the box. Across towards Sabitra. It takes it down, leaves it for Deepa Shahi, who couldn't quite catch it clean. Another brilliant move from Nepal, but Deepa Shahi at the moment has hit the turf, and the ref has straight the ball from Deepa Shahi, doesn't arrive. Sangeeta gets intercepted. Back with Preeti again. Here's Deepa Shahi to Preeti. Has got an option towards the left. Draws in a tackle there, and that is going to be a free kick in favor of Nepal for that challenge coming on. Preeti from Sangeeta Basford. Not quite sure if she got the ball in that occasion. Flung straight into Preeti Rai and is in need of some assistance. Second fixture, India. Julan coming in from the under-17. Captain that side, plays in the midfield. Helped the side to qualify for the Asian Cup earlier this month. We'll have to wait and see if Crispin Chetri sticks towards giving some game time to all the junior players involved. Here's Savitra. Strikes! And Savitra! The net quivers in delight for the second time this evening. What a strike that is! Savitra Bhandari. This fixture has seen it all in the past, and it has seen it again today. Over the wall, might have flicked something on its way through. And Nepal, well and truly, would believe now. Oh my word. What an absolute screamer that way. No rush whatsoever. Anjana Rana. It's going to be all about game management. He forces Ratan Bala to go sideways. Shilki back with Ranjana down the line for Karishma. Here's Linda, one-on-one with Sabita. The area was right. Karishma couldn't quite. For Sangeeta is Ranjana. For Pyari, Renuka intercepts. Linda gets the possession momentarily. Here's Pyari. Pyari. Anjana Rana makes sure she makes herself absolutely big and latches that onto that one quite comfortably in the end. Not quite sure if she was going for the pictures inside the box. Time is running out for India. We'll have to try and for Sangeeta outnumbered in the center of the park. Here's Preeti finds Sabita again. Rekha making that run. And flicks Ranjana Chanu on his way through and goes behind for another corner. Deepa Shahi. What a comeback this has been for the number 23. Targets the near post. Well, that wasn't a million miles away. That was guided goalwards, and just the direction that led it down. It's Karishma dropping in deep to try and create some Preeti. That's a brilliant ball. Rekha Paurel does well to get to the end of it. Has got help inside the box. Sabitra Bhandari calling for it. And out comes Panthoi Chanu. Momentara Nepal. There's Sabita again. It's been... There's Rekha. Space in front. Rekha curls that one. And Deepa Shahi is going to go out. And she makes way for Rashmi Kumari. Hira and Deepa both getting injured in that same game against Bhutan last year. Both finding themselves spot. Brings it back to safety. Nepal really enjoying it at the moment. 10-11 minutes to play in the regulation time. Here's Preeti. Spreads it towards her left. Sabita swapped out places with Meena. Karishma does well to keep the possession. Linda gets dropped off the ball. Trying to backtrack. Here's Sabitra Bhandari now. Shilki Devi under pressure. Sabitra with a cross. A touchdown towards Meena. Lets it fly. Makes the goalkeeper work on that occasion, did Sabita Rana. Those shots will keep coming from weird angles now with Nepal in front. Ranjana. Karishma back with Ranjana. She goes down on the ground and gets herself a free kick there. It's a tough challenge on Nirmala Devi. Gets India a free kick. Can they try and manufacture something out of this? Long ball. Karishma gets one back. There's the flag. Stay down. It has. Just when the clock was getting cruel and the nerves were jangling, needless free kick conceded. Nirmala with a long ball forward. Is that a sign of a comeback here? Play on, says the ref. Sangeeta. Spread wide towards the left here. Sabitra Bhandari has got help arriving and existing inside the box. Pyari takes it, lets it drop and lets it fly. Flicked on by Karishma. Linda is giving it a chase. Again with some sort of a space in front. Gets the cross in. Pooja is there to retrieve it. Preeti Rai looks up. and gets herself a free kick for that challenge drawn in from Sangeeta Basfor.